Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Night Satsang with John and Michelle.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to be here with you on a Sunday again.
Yes, and Cape Town, if you want a weather update, if you don't live
really
here,
hot.
it's hot.
It's hot. It's been
Yeah.
about 38 degrees here today.
Yeah,
So
it
we
is
have-
rather warm, but it's cooled down now. It's now, 28
Yeah.
degrees in the room. But it has been a lovely
Really
sunny day, you know.
Summery day.
Yeah, I think the beaches would have been absolutely packed today.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Sunday Night Satsang, and tonight, as part of the Going Back to Basics, we're going to look at what is the body, mind, soul and spirit connection. What is the difference between all of those? So we're going back to basics. We're going to look at what are those. And Michelle's going to give us a little bit of
A
a
little bit.
astro update, and we're going to start with a meditation, and we're going to end with one of Michelle's beautiful guided visualizations. So welcome, and just relax, make yourselves comfortable, and just gently maybe withdraw your mind from all other times and all other places, and just becoming absolutely still and centered in the most sacred place in all of creation, which is the present moment. So let's start out by just gently closing our eyes, maybe just seeing that your body is comfortable. And one of the quickest ways to center ourselves is always to focus on the breath. It's called the breath of life. And so we take a deep breath in, drawing the air right the way down our body. So we blow our tummy up as we pull the diaphragm down, and then a long breath out. And just make the out breath twice as important to you as the in breath. The in breath is a doing breath, but the out breath is a surrendering breath, letting go. And it's the surrendering that leads us back into peace. So take a second, very deep breath in, blowing your tummy out, so you're drawing the air right the way down, visualize it going right the way down to your feet. And then that lovely long surrendering breath out, not a doing, it's just a being as we breathe out. Third, deep breath in, drawing the air right down your body, and take it up to the top of your head as well. And then that beautiful, long, relaxing breath out. Just let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. And now just allow life to breathe you, this incredible intelligence called life that digests your food and beats your heart, that enables you to listen. Right now, just hand over the breathing to this intelligence called life, and let life breathe you, but keep your awareness focused on the tip of your nose and your breathing. Now we're going to work a bit with the power of imagination and awareness as we open tonight's satsang. In your imagination, I want you to picture a trunk, or a large suitcase, or a trommel. And you see that this trommel, this trunk, has an open lid. And we're going to put all that we're not into that suitcase, into that trunk. So we're going to start by putting all our thoughts of the past and all our thoughts of the future. And we're going to pretend that they're things, and we're going to see that we gently place them into the trunk, into the trommel, into the suitcase. It's a big suitcase, so it can take a lot of your thoughts. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the very basket of who we think we are, the basket of identity, which is our name. So just picture in front of you your name, and place that into the suitcase, into the trunk. And we're going to put all our expectations, all our regrets into that trunk as well. We're going to put all of our possessions for a moment into that trunk is a big trunk. Everything that we're attached to physically as objects, it's actually a bottomless trunk. So whatever you put in, it can take. It's a nice big trommel trunk, suitcase, bottomless. Into that trunk put all your worries, all your concerns, all your hopes, all your fears. Now we're going to do the impossible, but with our imagination we can do that. So with our imagination, we're going to put our body, we're going to let go of the attachment we have to being a body. We're going to put the body in there, and we're going to keep our awareness here. And now we're going to put our mind into that trunk as well. So we become very empty in our awareness, very still in our awareness. As we release our mind for a moment, we can put it back on in a moment, but let's just release it into the trunk for a moment. And we're going to, just for a moment, sit in this beautiful space of pure awareness, where we own nothing. All our beliefs, all our thoughts, all our hopes, all our regrets are all in the trunk. And we're here as just a spark of awareness, floating in this beautiful bubble of presence. Just feel what it feels like to be free of all objects, all thoughts, all preferences, to be free of past, to be free of future. And just to be a spark of awareness in an infinite space of emptiness. No preferences, nowhere to go, no desires. We're just resting in our awareness in this beautiful bubble of emptiness called presence. And you notice that this beautiful awareness that you are right now doesn't have any ailments, doesn't have any stress, doesn't have any dis-ease. It just rests in this beautiful space of presence. This wonderful, beautiful awareness that you are. Doesn't have boundaries, doesn't have any need for protection, for there is nothing in this bubble of presence to be fearful of. It just rests in stillness, in emptiness, in presence. And notice, if you can, there's a beautiful, wonderful sacredness to this place of emptiness. We might be able to even perceive a vibration of love. Maybe we can see that as a soft color, a pastel color. And this is our true being. We are this love. We are this boundless awareness. We are eternity. We are infinite presence. This is our true identity. And it's beautiful. So now what we can do, bring back our imagination, and we can recover our mind from that trunk. Cover our body, we can feel our feet and our hands once more. We don't have to pick up any worries though, we can leave them in the trunk, pick them up later. And now take a very, very deep breath in, filling this whole wonderful body. And then just surrender and relax your shoulders and your neck as you surrender. And take a second very deep breath in, down to your toes and up to the top of your head, filling your whole body up. And a long, beautiful sigh out. Make a noise as you breathe out. Let it go. And gently, when you're ready, you may open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, just see how you feel in this moment. How do you feel? How do you feel? So type in the comments box, let us know how you feel. We also like to know who we're talking to, so just leave a comment, tell us where you're from, where your town is, your country, and how you feel right now. And also we love getting hearts. We love getting hearts.
Thank you.
And if you find these satsangs useful, maybe you like to press the share button and the like button, because it helps
really
spread
helps.
the light. It does, yeah.
Thank you, John. That was lovely. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about the connection between mind, body, soul, spirit. And I'll just give you a quick little energetic update from the planets. So yesterday we had a beautiful full moon, and it was in the sign of Virgo, which is opposite Pisces.
That
And
moon was
this
amazing here
it was
last night.
incredibly beautiful, big.
Yeah,
And
we were
went
driving
out.
back last night, and the moon over the
Yeah.
mountains, God,
It
it was
was gorgeous.
beautiful.
It was
Yeah.
really big.
Anyone else see the moon last night?
Yeah,
It
beautiful.
was really
very
beautiful.
powerful.
Yeah.
So the sun and the moon, the sun this month is in Pisces, and Pisces very much is about what John's just been taking us through, which is releasing and really connecting with who we really are at our core. So it's the last sign of the zodiac. It's the final kind of transit of the sun before we enter a new astrological year. So
Before we get to Aries,
say,
Aries
Yeah.
is the most important sign, I think, in the zodiac,
John's in
isn't it?
Aries.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
So-
Aries is the most important
is it?
sign. Yeah, it
Okay.
must be.
Or Pisces.
No,
Or any of the
no,
others.
it's definitely Aries.
So Pisces is about releasing, letting go, getting rid of that which we don't need, clearing the fields, as it were, so that we can actually plant a new crop in next month, so in the next solar month. So the next couple of weeks are going to be very Piscean, simply because the sun is actually moving with a planet called Venus, which is a beautiful feminine planet of love and beauty and harmony and art, music. And they're both going to be moving towards conjunction, which means that they're going to be coming together with the planet Neptune, which is actually the ruler of Pisces. So what that really means is there's a lot of watery energy around for the next few weeks. So there's a lot of energy that we have to clear our bodies, to maybe go on a bit of a detox, to drink more water, to actually sit next to water, to walk along water. So to really kind of connect with the element of water and to release. And then also it's the time of the year where we're actually more sensitized, and it's easier for us to connect at a deeper level to the divine, to the universe, to our God self, to our higher self, whatever you feel comfortable with calling it, that inner beingness that is our core, which is what John is taking us through. This is the month to do that, And I believe that it's really important for us to be doing this now, particularly this year. With everything that's going on the planet, I think that we're going to need to be very resilient with what's happening. There's going to be more changes, more challenges, and the more resilient that we can be inside ourselves, the better equipped we are to actually deal with whatever happens out there. So I think that there's never been a more important time to do this. If you've got a meditation practice, to take it deeper, to do it more, to bring yourself into presence during the day, because that's what strengthens us. And we say it often, but we've got to be reminded of it, because we get very, very busy doing, and our minds get very busy, and we actually forget to rest. And really, if we had the opportunity to rest for a month, this would be the month to do it. So, you know, in nature, when you plant a field, the farmer will most often, if he's a good farmer, will leave the field to stand fallow for a season. He doesn't just bomb another field, another crop on top of a sort of a tired soil. And so that's what Pisces is. Pisces is that time to actually, okay, let go of what we've gone through in the last year. And it's been a whopper of a year, because this all happened in March, April last year. So it's really to actually look back on it for briefly and just say, where have I come from? Where have I gone? Have I grown? Have I secured those roots more deeply? Because I think that if you look back, you'll see that you actually have grown and you have transformed. And we usually transform through difficulties. And so it's just to see where you've actually come from in the last year, and to clear out what you no longer need. So that's the kind of theme for the next few weeks. It's not just for now. And I think it's very important that we anchor our energy, and I think we can anchor our energy into our bodies. So it's quite interesting we'll be talking about mind, body, soul, spirit, because our bodies are always here. So it's to actually become more aware of our bodies, to actually pause and feel into our bodies, to connect with Earth more. We don't have a lot of planets. In fact, we've got no personal planets right now in Earth. So I would say it's really important to ground and to spend time in nature, to spend time outside and spend time just being. And just before tonight, I pulled a card for us. And so it so happened that I pulled Yemoja, it's out the Divine Feminine pack, but it's for all of us, you guys as well. And Yemoja is the goddess of all that flows. So that's a picture of her over there. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. And I won't go into the whole history of her, but as a mermaid, so Yemoja is a mermaid, she exists both in the world and also in the unseen depths. She can help us dive down deep into the unconscious or into the collective unconscious and retrieve the hidden secrets or the wise pearls that we need to integrate now for our life to flow again. All very Pisces. As the Queen of the Ocean, she baptizes us to start over, to begin again, to let everything become brand new. She encourages us to use water as a ritual, to send out our offerings to her, to bless our bodies in a warm bath, or to walk along a body of water and allow its perspective to give us the answer or blessing we seek. Yemoja wants us to cleanse us of the thoughts that are holding us back, all those 60,000 of them every day. Why do children calm down after a bath? Why do we feel healed and more centered after a nice long soak or swim? Water is the element that held us in the beginning, in the womb. The return to our first and most primal element, the loss of gravity, the freedom of buoyancy. This allows us to release feelings or thoughts of being trapped or stuck. She reminds us to use our tail. We are of the sea. And the soul voice meditation is, what do I need to bring from out of the depths into the material world? So I just thought that was really pertinent for tonight.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It really was, eh? Yeah. Amazing. Water, Pisces, a mermaid.
And there she was.
There's the mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this month is getting ready for Aries. That's the most important month.
We're clearing. So John can have his month.
Yeah. So tonight we're going to be looking at the basics of body, mind, soul and spirit. Now those four things are words. That's all they are, just words. And each word has a certain connection in our mind, conjures up certain images, and it has certain connections from a belief pattern. So I'm going to start with the most materialistic energy which we have to work with, which is, believe it or not the body but the mind. So, if we go back 100 years ago, where Max Planck and Albert Einstein were looking at the exchange between energy and matter, and referring back to Einstein's very famous equation that energy and matter are exactly the same, just different vibrations of frequency. So we start out with pure energy, which we're going to call mind. Albert Einstein said, it was actually Max Planck who said that after studying physical matter, when he won his Nobel Prize, he said all his research into solid matter led him to the understanding that all that's real is mind. So everything that we would know of as real is mind, really. The earth, the planet Earth is mind. The sun is mind. The stars are mind. Your body is mind. Everything comes out of mind. It's just different frequencies of vibration, but it's all mind. Condensed, and eventually we have this physical body. And there are many people who work on the mind-body connection. There's a whole field of medicine based on the mind-body connection. So if we want to change something in the body, let's change the mind. Let's work on the mind. If we want to change something on earth, we change the mind. So that's sort of the connection. Mind can be thought of as a separation from the divine. So we, in the beginning, let's have a little story here. In the beginning, we were the all that is. And it was pretty boring being the all that is, because nothing ever happened. So we decided to have a bit of a happening stance and to separate ourselves from the all that is. And in order to do that, we couldn't do it because you can't separate yourself from the all that is. But we created a dream. And, in the Bible it says Adam went to sleep. And in the East they talk about this being the dream state, the Maya. And so we created a dream, and that dream was given a structure or a vibration. And that vibration is mind. And in that structure which we call mind, which sees itself separate from the all that is, it can't be, it's only a dream, but it has a perception of separation. It then separated into denser and denser globules of mind energy. And eventually we have what's called soul. Soul is a collection of mind energy that has separated itself from the one mind. And then those soul energies eventually condensed and came through the different dimensions of 12, right the way down eventually to the 5th dimension, and then congregated around planets, and Earth was one of them. And Earth at that time was a 3D manifestation, and we eventually came into incarnation on Earth. So we had these souls incarnating into bodies in the ocean of mind. And so a soul is really a individuated mind, a vibration of mind. And soul is made up, individual souls are made up of preferences, of judgments, of attachments, of unbalanced energy, of experiences over eons. And then that soul will manifest for itself or influence an earth incarnation. So it'll come into earth for a particular purpose, to maybe balance a particular energy, or maybe just for pure experience. Maybe it'll be an agreement with other globules of soul energy. And you have what's called soul families, or soul mates, if you want to call it that way. And you have about 1,000 of those very connected souls. In fact, those 1,000 soulmates are all aspects of a higher body, a soul body, which is you. Same way as your physical body has, trillions of cells, but each one of those cells belongs to you. And so it is with the soul group. Each one of those is actually aspects of yourself. And they manifest down into the physical form, and they have a particular brain, and a brain is a receiver and a transmitter of consciousness. That's what the brain is. And it all influences the functioning of the physical body and the physical planet. So the most powerful energy on planet Earth is the mind. And we as an individual, each one of us as an individual, have the immense ability to focus our awareness and our intention and our attention to change the planet, to change our bodies, to change the world around us. And we can choose whether it's the change is motivated by fear, and fear stands false evidence appearing real, which is generally what the ego works with. It's getting its needs met and protection, and it doesn't matter what happens to the whole as long as me and mine are secure. Or we have the opportunity to use our mind and the intention of the mind and the attention of the mind and the power of the mind to go on the path of love. Love is about connection. It's about the recognition of the oneness. So what you do to another, you do to yourself. That's the path of love. Where the path of fear is about separation. It doesn't, as long as I'm getting my needs met, it doesn't matter the damage I do to the whole of me, which is completely insane. Imagine one finger thinking that it could take more than it needed and depriving the next finger of nutriments. I mean, the body wouldn't function very well. In fact, we call that cancer. When one cell takes more than it needs to the detriment of the other cells and grows irrespective of the damage it's doing to the whole, we call that cancer. And there are many, many individuals on earth at the moment who actually do have that mindset of what's called survival of the fittest. It's all up to me. It's having me and having my needs met. And that, Michelle mentioned earlier this year, is a massive year of transformation. And this is a huge, huge, wonderful opportunity for awakening. As much as we have challenges and problems that we've experienced last year and going into this year, and I'm sure there's a lot more around the corner, this is a wonderful opportunity for us now to awaken and to choose love rather than fear.
Well, we've all chosen to be here, sir.
Every single one of us has chosen
signed up.
We signed. I know some of you may think that you were drunk when you signed the contract to come back at this time, but you weren't. According to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, you were 8 times more intelligent when we signed our contracts.
It does also shift our awareness, because if you know that you signed up for it, you can actually say, okay, well, I'm here to do something, I'm here to be something, I'm here to evolve, I'm here to grow, I'm here to remember who I am, as opposed to, why is this all happening to me?
Yeah.
It's happening to the collective, so it's a collective awakening.
Yeah. And there's a tremendous opportunity. This is so wonderful to be on earth at this time, because we have this incredible change of energy and this opportunity to awaken. Yes, we have got those two paths. Yes, you can choose fear. You can choose to separate and close yourself off, or you can choose love. That is a choice. We've been given free will, and we have that free will to make that choice. And obviously there's consequences. If we do choose the path of separation, there will be a price to pay for that. As you sow, so shall you reap. But the opportunity right now is to choose the path of connection, of love. And it's a wonderful time to do that. So just going back a little bit, so we've talked about the mind being there's one mind individuated into little globules of mind, and those globules of mind is condensed into soul. So a soul is a mind that has separated itself from the one mind, so it can have an experience of being separate. And each soul is separated again into maybe 1,000 different parts, and each one of those has a separate personality, a separate identity, and incarnates on earth with a separate body. But ultimately, we are not the body, and ultimately we're not the soul, and nor are we the mind. We are the spirit. Now, spirit again is a word, and many people use it differently to how I'm using it, but the way I see it is spirit is the Holy Spirit. It is that part of us that's completely sacred, that's always been sacred, that has never done anything to in the least bit tarnish its divinity. It is pure essence of presence, pure essence of the divine. And that is what looks through our eyes tonight. It's that pure spark of pure unconditioned consciousness, if you want to put it that way, with not filtered by mind. Remember I said that mind is a separation from the divine. We created mind as a vehicle to separate us, to give us experience. But in that mind is the spirit. Now the spirit is non-local. In other words, it's everywhere all at once. It's not segregated or separated into my spirit and your spirit. And love is the recognition of the spirit in someone else's eyes. That's the same spirit in you. So we use the phrase namaste. Namaste is the recognition of the divine in me sees the divine in you. The divine in me greets the divine in you because it sees. So this divine is spirit. So spirit and the divine is one and the same, while having the experience of being separate. And there's nothing wrong with having an experience. Same as nothing wrong with going to see a movie. It gives you an experience. Going to see a film. It's not real and it has an end, but while you're having it, you can dive full into it. So, say while you're in this physical incarnation, having a personality, having a body, having an individuated mind, and you're having a separate soul, enjoy the experience. You can dance with form, enjoy form, use your mind to create new forms, new thought forms, which ultimately coalesce into physical form. Enjoy the creative process. But here's the important part. The consciousness which sponsors the thought form, the consciousness which supports or which gives birth to the new vibrations, has a ripple effect in time and space. And if you choose the thought form of fear, separation, there will be karma involved. If you choose the thought form of love, there's no karma involved. There is no balance to be brought in a later time. So this year, as we move through this year, it's to know who you really are. And I think there's a lot of, we've read a lot of books and we've done a lot of work, but right now is the ideal time to spend more of our focus coming back to this pure essence, which we did in the meditation to start with. We put all that we weren't into a trunk, and what was left was pure awareness. And the more we focus on that pure awareness, it will grow in our awareness. And as the challenges in life as they come and as they go, we don't get caught up with them because we stand on that rock, the rock of presence, the rock of knowing who we really are. And we are in that core essence, the divine. Not the personality, not your soul, not your mind. That's not the divine. The divine is what looks through your eyes with no conditionality. No conditionality. It's pure, unconditioned consciousness is the spirit. And that's who we really are. Having the soul experience, having the body and the physical experience. Yeah,
beautifully explained. Yeah, I think it's gone beyond even I want to do that or it's nice to do that. I think it's got to a point where humanity's got to a point that it's
this is it.
This is it.
This is it.
This is what we've been waiting for, and this is where we get to choose. We get to choose where we stand and who we are really, and that is a choice and a commitment to that. It's not something that just automatically happens. It's a commitment. It's like a muscle. If you're going to train for a marathon, you're going to have to train. Otherwise, you're probably going to pass out after the first few kilometers. So we need to train for this. We need to strengthen that root, strengthen that presence, strengthen that divinity. And it's just a remembrance, because that is where our power is. The field, which John spoke about, that innate divinity that exists within us, that is our power, individually and collectively. And what's going to save this planet, if the planet's going to be saved, is going to be a collection of that getting bigger. Not cleverness, not necessarily even doing stuff. It's us actually shifting our frequency so that the collective frequency shifts, and that's more powerful than anything else. So it's never been more important. Because, in the past it's been nice. Yes, I like to meditate. I like doing that because that makes me feel good. This is beyond that. It's beyond feeling good because you do it. It's because you're doing it. You're taking yourself into presence because we need to lift our vibration, to lift our frequency and send that out as a frequency into the field, because that shifts the collective.
So this can be thought of as a graduation ceremony. We're going through a graduation right now, and we change the world. Yeah, we can do the right stuff. I mean, that's important. We can do the right stuff. But what's way more importantly than that is to be the right stuff. And what is the right stuff? Well, I mentioned it earlier. It's love. And what is love? Love is opening yourself up and allowing the divine essence to flow through you into the world. So when Michelle says, we give out, some people might say, well, I need to go and do that. No. It's that wonderful poem of Rumi, which I always quote, is to become like the hole in the flute that the Christ breath blows through. Now, the Christ breath is the very essence of love. It's the highest office of consciousness that flows through us as we become that hole. Now, what closes the hole down in the flute is fear. It's restriction. Closes the heart. That's what fear does. When you're in fear, you close down. When you are open, when you're in love, you open. And what the world needs now, right now, is open hearts. That's what it needs. Not separation, not me versus them, not me and my race, the color of my skin, or me and my religion, or me and my country. No. We need openness. And openness is open to vulnerability. It's to be completely open, because who we really are at our core is completely beyond being threatened. The true essence of spirit that we are right now in this moment cannot be threatened. It doesn't have a form to be threatened. And as long as, Michelle mentioned just now, it's to recognize this, it's to remember this. That's what it is. And in the remembering, we open. And in the opening, we transform the earth. We transform the whole ocean of consciousness on earth. And there are forces right now trying to close us down, to put on the mask, to actually bury ourselves more into an individuated, vulnerable little fearful state. Our work is to open, to allow this beautiful love to flow through us into the world with a joyous energy. That's the opportunity that we're going through now. We've been given free will. Let's use that free will wisely.
Yeah, and I think, we all of us know a little bit about manifestation. And we know that when we focus on something, we create our reality. So if we're focusing on doomsday prophecies and a storyline that's taking us into fear all the time, what are we manifesting? We have to manifest that, because that's the law of the universe. That's what's going to happen. It can't happen any other way. If we're sitting here worried and fearful and reading more about stuff that might happen or might not happen, that's going to take us into that as a reality. So it's up to each of us individually. It's not about a man in a white horse charging in and saving the day. I believe it's up to each of us to actually say, okay, which storyline am I going to choose here? Am I going to choose a storyline of a vision of a new world where people love each other and there's equality and there's unity and there's creativity and community and love? Am I going to focus on that, or am I going to focus on the possibility of the other? And yes, there's possible stresses and strains that we have to actually go through in order to get to a new world. But let's focus on that rather than the terrible stuff that is happening at the moment, because that's holding us back and it's blocking our light. So I believe that it's up to each of us to do what we need to do to keep that light shining, and to, even if you have a gratitude is a brilliant way of doing that. Just being grateful for what you've got now immediately lifts up your vibration instantly. It's the quickest way to lift your vibration, is to just be grateful for what you already have, as opposed to thinking about what you don't have and what you might not have in the future. And then if you have a vision for anything in the future, have a vision for something better, something more beautiful, something more unified, something more divine. Yeah. Because if anything's likely to shift the trajectory that we're on right now, it's that.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the hero's journey that we're going to, and the hero's journey is always one that focuses on the light, that focuses on the good and goes through, dark
dark
valleys. You go through the dark valleys.
You see the little alley, but you think, I'm not really going down that alley. I've been down that alley, and I don't really like the look of that alley. I'm going to stay on the lit path.
Yeah. And as we are going through this time, we're learning more and more about the power we have within us to create. As Michelle said, there are many people teaching manifestation workshops and the power of manifestation. Yes, we have incredible abilities to manifest, but I would just caution here: in whose hands are we placing the ability to manifest? Are we putting that beautiful power of manifestation into the hands of the ego? And are we going to use this ability to manifest for personal gain, to get my needs met? Is that what we're doing? Because there are an awful lot of people who go to manifestation workshops so they can pay their bills at the end of the month. That's their focus.
Or buy a new car.
Buy a new car or manifest a new relationship. And that comes from the ego. Because the ego is always about those three words: me, mine, and my. Yeah. If those words come into your manifestation profile, you're going to pay a price for that. What we need now is rather the focus, using this ability to manifest in the power of love. Now, love, there's no me or mine or my in love. Love is just a radiance of connective energy. That's what love is. Love does not know another. There is no other in love. There's a sense of oneness. So we use this energy to manifest for the betterment of the one, of the all that is. That includes every single plant, every single grain of sand, every animal, every bird, every single human being, and not just special for Earth, for every planet, for every star system, every galaxy, and possibly every universe is encompassed in this field of love, because the whole cosmos is going through an upgrade at the moment. The whole physically manifested universe is going through this process of upliftment now. And now is the time for us to broaden our sense of self, to realize that we are the universe, squeezed, yes, into a little transmitter and a receiver of information called a mind and a body. But we are the infinite spirit, which is divine.
Yeah, and there's also a lot to say, and I've got this from quite a lot of sources, that there's more light on the planet right now. We're passing through the photon belt. There's a lot written about it. You can look it up. There's more light on the planet than ever. So we have the ability to tap into it better and more and more easily than before. So it's to just remember that that's there, and that we can choose at any given moment. What am I thinking? Where's my focus? Where's my attention? Oh, okay, let me bring it out of the alley and bring it back into the light, because this is going to actually change the collective. Yeah.
Just one thing to know, that each one of us are powerful beyond measure. Beyond measure. There is no, we worry about the ultra rich trying to control things on planet Earth. There is no power greater than love. There's no power greater than love. And we are that. We are that. And to know that, to know it, not to believe it or hope it, but to actually know it. You are so powerful. And as Gandhi urged us, to be the change you desire to see in the world, and to be the power of love. And love is not a little me getting my egoic needs met. No, it's not that. It's not about protecting me and my future, protecting me and my family. If you think of the vaccine story, it's all about protecting everyone, protecting me and my... No, open yourself up to love. You do not need protection. The universe is yourself, and the universe will guide you every single step of the way. Do not worry. Do not be fear-based in your medical choices. Be love-based in your medical choices. For example, it's just one small thing. And the most important work we can do right now is to do our spiritual work. And that's the spirit that we're speaking about, your divine work. That's the real
Yeah,
essence
so
of work that we're
nothing more
going to be done.
important than
Yeah. And just as just a little plug, we have a monthly support platform, a spiritual support platform, which has a wonderful group of people.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it's a monthly platform, and we're opening March month on Tuesday night.
No? Yeah, but we open the page tomorrow, but we have
Yeah.
a Zoom call on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night,
Yeah.
a Zoom call, and you're welcome
Two Zoom calls.
to take a look at it. So we have 2 in the month. It's on Monday night, and then in a fortnight after that.
Tuesday night,
Tuesday night, and then 2 weeks' time. And the platform is called Inner Space. Now that inner space is what we went to right in the beginning of this evening satsang. When we cleared all that we weren't, we then encompassed this beautiful empty space, which is the divine essence of presence. So that's the name that we've given to this community, Inner Space. Beautiful name.
Yeah.
And it's got beautiful graphics. Michelle's really used her creative ability in the website and the page. And on the page, what do we get?
So this month, our focus is divinity, going deeper. So we're looking forward to traveling with our community on that one. And you're welcome to join us just for the month if you like. And it will take your spiritual connection deeper. That we can assure you. You get a really special meditation that John's done. We've got a really amazing creative exercise for you to do. You could do it a few times actually. And some really good journaling questions too. So, and then the Zoom calls where we discuss things and take questions and answers and do a bit of coaching as well. So that's twice a month. So see if you like it. You can find out more on our website, journeysofawakening.com, and just click on Inner Space and it'll take you through and you'll be able to see what it's about.
On my Facebook page, if you just scroll just beneath this, there's a little graphic for it, and there's the link to take you through to Journeys of Awakening Inner Space. And it's just a month-to-month support platform for you. And we also have a WhatsApp group where people support each other during the month. Very, very supportive. It's a great community. It's a growing community. So we invite you to join. It makes you feel like
you're part of something, which we are.
We are.
But it's an ongoing thing. So
because so often, people have said to me, but my family don't understand where I am. My friends don't know where I am. And a lot of people are feeling lost right now. And maybe those of you watching tonight can connect with what I'm saying here. It can be a lonely time because there are many people who maybe you thought were on the path of awakening and they're not really. So it is this inner space is a lovely community to connect with like-minded people. And Michelle has put together this beautiful journal for the month and some wonderful, wonderful supportive questions just for you to question yourself and to point your consciousness in a direction of healing. Yeah.
So join us, have a look and see if it appeals to you.
Yeah, so that's journeysofawakening.com Inner Space.
I think that's it, eh? From us.
Thank you. And Michelle's going to lead us out in a beautiful guided visualization. But if we can ask you, if you've enjoyed tonight, just give us a comment. We love getting those comments. If there's any questions you have, please give us the questions. We don't get to questions while we are live, but we do get to them afterwards. So if you have a question, leave a question. If there's any particular topic you'd like us to look at in these Sunday night satsangs, then write them down as well. And the one thing we really ask you to do is to like and share, because that it works through the
it's part of feeding the field.
Yeah, and it just goes out. It gets the message further out. So we ask you to do that. Just press the share button and like it. Thank you. So Michelle, you're going to give us a centering, beautiful visualization. And thank you all.
Thank you, everybody. Okay. All right, so let's just bring ourselves into a comfortable position. Take a beautiful breath in and a releasing breath out. Now, big deep breath, blowing your belly out. So belly breath out, breath in, bringing the breath all the way up into the chest. And then on the out breath, let it all go. Just let your body go. Let your body relax. Let all the little muscles relax. Allow your body to just be here now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just luxuriating in this present moment. Just connecting with your breath. Just allowing it to be as it is, not trying to make it anything that it isn't. And just putting your attention on the point at which the breath goes in through your nostrils and out through your mouth or through your nostrils. Just that point. With each out breath, relax your body a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. So you just drop into this moment that never goes anywhere. It's always here waiting for you. Feel the release and the relief of being fully present. I'm going to take you on a little journey. We're going to walk along a little mountain path. To the one side you can see a view, and the other side is the side of the mountain. It's a beautiful time of day. Just get a sense of what you can feel. The sun maybe gently shining down on you. You can feel the earth beneath your bare feet, really connecting in with the soil, feeling the temperature of the earth, listening to the sounds around you. Maybe there's some bird song. Maybe there's some wind in the trees. In the distance you can hear the sound of some running water. Get a sense of the smells that you could smell on this little trip of yours. As you come round a corner, a little pathway leads down, and you follow that little pathway through some beautiful trees until you eventually come to a clearing at a river. A very beautiful, clear, crystal clear, babbling brook of a river, gently flowing. And on the bank of a river is a very large and very beautiful tree, very close to the river. It's almost as if this tree beckons to you. You walk along to the tree, greet the tree as if it were a being, because it is, and then sit down with your back against the tree, looking into the river, onto the river. Your feet are on beautiful green grass. Just allow yourself to lean back against this very beautiful, very old, very secure tree, whose roots go down all the way into the middle of Mother Earth, spread along the riverbank. They've been holding this tree since its birth. Get a sense of you almost melting into this tree, so you become one with this tree. Remembering that we're not really separate. Imagine the energy flowing from you into the tree, and the tree's energy flowing into you. Feel what it would feel like being this tree with your roots penetrating into Mother Earth, with these roots being nurtured by the water from the river and from the underground water. and the feminine elements of water and earth. Just feel the rhythm, feel the energy of that. Beautiful earth, beautiful water. Feel the gratitude that you have for water in your life. Water to bathe in, water to drink. Gratitude for Mother Earth that feeds us, nourishes us. Feel that gratitude welling up in your heart. Breathe it into your heart as if you could actually expand your heart with that gratitude. And now lean against that beautiful trunk. Feel the coolness of the bark on your back. Send your eyes upward to this tree's beautiful branches up ahead, up above you. The branches accommodate each other. They don't knock into each other, they move around each other. And see the light, the sunlight coming through those branches. This beautiful fire in the sky that also keeps us alive, that lights our way. Nourishes us, that grows us, it feeds us with vitamin D, it grows our plants, our vegetables, our fruits. Look at the clouds through the branches, gently scudding across the sky, propelled by the air that we breathe, without which we would not be alive. The air through which we communicate, move, travel, breathe. Feel your heartfelt gratitude for the sunlight, for the air that we breathe. Feel that in your heart. Allow that gratitude to grow bigger, expand your heart. Imagine breathing in gratitude so that it just softens and grows your heart even bigger. Just feel that feeling. Feeling of harmony, peace, gratitude. All four of these elements, these vital elements that keep us alive. As you feel that gratitude welling up in your heart, just allow that gratitude to flow out of you without any effort. Allow it to flow into the tree, into the earth beneath your feet, up into the branches, into the sky, into the river, and out into the collective field. And now just return gently to your breath, noticing as the breath comes in through the nostrils and out through the mouth or through the nostrils. And take a nice deep breath in and out. And staying in this peaceful place, when you're ready, gently open your eyes.
That's beautiful.
Enjoy that.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that beautiful? If you enjoyed that, just give us a comment. Tell us how you feel now. We're going to give you an affirmation for the week ahead. Affirmation card. And it's your turn. So we've got all these little cards here. Do you want to choose one?
Really? Okay, this card says, God is love, I am love, I rest my mind here in this space.
That's beautiful. God is love, I am love, I rest my mind here in this space. So in the beginning of this evening, we'll put that up on the Facebook page in a moment. The lovely violets, crown chakra. So in the beginning of this evening, we put all our worries into that trunk, into that trommel, and we also put our mind in there, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, we put our mind in there. So we can rest our mind there. And when we rest the mind, which is what meditation is, it's resting the mind, and we open our heart and we connect to our true source, the divine within us. So I think that's a very apt card for the week. And those of you who want to go and retrieve your problems now from the trunk, you can do it if you like. Or what you can do,
send them down the river,
is you can dissolve that trunk with all your troubles in a beautiful, beautiful embrace of love and light. So you can dissolve all your troubles in light, in love. So you don't have to go and retrieve them from that trunk, from that trouble. You don't have to. So bless you all. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We love your company. We love all the hearts that we're getting now. Thank you. We appreciate that. Please like and please share this. It does help get the message out. And we look forward to meeting up with you next Sunday night for Sunday Night Satsang with John and Michelle. And hopefully most of you will join our Inner Space community. It's at journeysofawakening.com. The information is just below this on the feed on my Facebook page. And you can join us just for the month if you like. So beautiful. If we do that, we will meet you on Tuesday night on our Zoom meetup. Yeah. Have a fantastic, beautiful, love-centered week ahead. Thank you. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you.